insists on keeping on his own machine. You need to talk to that.
Sounds like we found the subdermals.
I get nervous when the bad guys start making blood jokes.
That conversation's going straight to the Joint Chiefs, and we're gonna need more.
Nicolad's computer.
You guessed it. Get inside his office and access that machine. Alarms aren't mission critical anymore. We're moving into Fifth Freedom territory.
And that's where the game really picks up, right? So it's like, hey, fuck, we now have actionable intel that stuff is real, and we need to and you need to like deal with it. And they go Fifth Freedom, so fucking kill a bitch if you need to. I know you've already killed a few, Sam, but now we really don't care. And I don't know. I think that's probably one of the better aspects of this game. Now, here's the deal. These guards in this hallway, because I know how the later mission's going to go, I don't want to have to deal with a lot of stuff. So you might see me take out a body or two. And I'm completely okay with this as like my solution. Okay. So, we're gonna deal with these guards because I don't want to, like I said, I really don't want to have to worry about anyone coming back for me, and I have to pick a lock. And what I'm trying to do here is just make my later mission as simple as possible. But going back again for the first time to the point in the books being the first two books being about the shop, it's really cool to hear, that they're like, okay, we have this ongoing. Whew. Those two quick shots. Okay. Got him. It's cool to have like an ongoing, for lack of a better word, like reoccurring villain, because a lot of these are, think of it a typical Tom Clancy story where it's like, okay, Jack Ryan, John Clark, they have to deal with this thing, and then they deal with it and on to the next book. Like that is the typical run of a Clancy series. You might have like one or two books where it's like, this is another reoccurring character. Thank God there's a med kit over there. But it's really nice to be like, okay, you don't have to, the books can have their own, outside, they might reference something here, but it doesn't tie to any of this. So I enjoy things where it's like, here's this extra reading that you can do. And it's just a nice little story that like involves characters that you like, and then you're on to the next thing. But it doesn't necessarily matter to me, which is a really nice aspect of it. Oh, by the way, I can just turn off the lights on them, which is really nice, because I don't know if you can actually turn the lights. Oh, I can even turn the lights off in here. So, like, you could really fuck with those guys, which is a fantastic way to go about handling and dealing with this problem. All right. And I like the fact that once you switch the grid off, that's when they actually send out guards to you. So it's not like, oh, the grid's down. As far as like the game being trying to impress upon you, this is how serious the game is taking. It's, the continuity here. If it's truly the state-of-the-art system, the second that laser grid goes down, somebody's got to know about it. You're going to be investigating it. Like, hey, that colonel's, like, they probably send people down to check on that colonel. So there, I'll say it's probably not as much of a thing, because it'd be like, hey, we're not having people respond from this wing. Maybe something's going on. So send the guys over from another side. It could work. Pavel. Let all your men know the laser grid in the courtyard is active. I don't want any false alarms caused by this grid. It triggers simultaneous alarms at 5 separate police and military stations nearby. Explaining a false alarm is a headache neither of us need. If you absolutely need to go into the courtyard, you can disable the grid from the security terminal in the main hall of the south wing, but you better have a good reason. It's the colonel we talked to. Mr. Alamov, this is my second request that you tear down the ornamental lattice work lining the courtyard. The wisteria has become thick enough that I'm afraid it could support the weight of a human being, and so represents a very real security threat to the ministry. Please respond letting me know when those lattices will come down. Thank you, Colonel. So, once again, great job in this game of being like, hey, intel matters. I've played the game recently, so I knew exactly where to go. But it's one of those things where it's like, hey, this could have been a very challenging thing for me to... I got to drop for a second. Challenging thing for me to have to deal with. My last bullets. Okay. Wisteria, guys, very thick, can grow, can make it so that way you can support a human with it. So just so you guys are aware of that. This part is where I start to get a little bit like you're going to see me pucker a little bit, because this is yep. Because those two guards walk by, and that thing still defeats me to this day. But once again, not afraid to put down some bodies. Other fun thing, you walk quieter with your weapon now. Now, because the game is old, fucking me hitting him in the head, not gonna happen. Even if I had like half the squad's aim from Rainbow Six, not gonna happen. Just fucking the game will not allow that to happen. Let me... Hey, buddy. Buddy, thank you. Nope, can't answer any questions for me? Well, here's the deal. It's gonna look like you killed your friend over here. Yeah, this is probably one of the smoothest I've ever gone through this area. This area, whatever it is my kryptonite. To have to like get these guys going. Fucking goddamn it! To deal with these guys. All right, let me open that. Yeah. Just leave this guy back here. Yeah. For whatever, yeah, this The doors in this area, like if you notice, there are some points where like close, 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 and the door's just like no, the door stays open for an exceptionally long amount of time, and then some doors are like, it's been 5 seconds, it's closing on you now. There we go. Hide those 2 bodies. Apparently I can't police their caps, but whatever. Who really cares about that stuff? That elevator is not powered. I got 12 bullets left to make it through the rest of this game. Ooh. This is going to get real dicey real fast, winners. We're going to be sitting here going like, oh, can you do it? Probably. We are getting to the climax of this mission. So, I mean, I do apologize for... Come on. Oh. You hear that? Like, you hear that through the outside. So, I do have an automatic lockpick, right? That guard was going to come by. He's going to make his rounds. I think I could have gone out that window right there. That window is open. So, that would have been the other way to do it. But one of the things that I love, like, personally, I'm like, that would be really tiring to try to do. So, part of me is like, the only real option there was to go about the to try to pick that lock here. The dicey part though is that it's like that was a 5-cylinder 6-cylinder lock, so or pin lock, so I like had to go buy it quick, otherwise that guard would have caught me and I'd have been like wasting more ammo, probably risked more alarms and guards. So it's one of those things like I do really enjoy the tension that spot makes. I just didn't want to use the automatic pick. Philip, I cannot believe you're considering your position relative to both Nicolats and the CIA, that you have no knowledge of anything called the Ark. You don't want to know what it would take to convince me of your honesty. We are playing a dangerous game of chess and cannot afford to have any gray pieces on the board. I have a sneaking suspicion that this Ark is our queen piece. Nicolats will tell me about it sooner or later. God help me if he tells me you knew about it and didn't inform me. I need to know more than Nicolats thinks I do, so that I may protect him from even his own ambitions. Now, the other thing here is, in later games, I can look at that through thermal and use it as a way to uses as a way to like get through that, but the that guard I didn't grab him in time, so now I got to figure out another way to get through that. But luckily enough, this office looks like someone's already doing some maintenance work on the bus or on this duct. That's not busway, not even bus ducting, it's just ducting. Can't use that. Let's see what's in here. Medkit, that's nice. And the game knows that I was getting a little low. So it was very kind and gave me about 15 more shots. Now, I have a couple options here to go about this, right? So one of the things, like I said, I wanted to do an authentic playthrough, right, guys? Like I didn't want to just do like a really cheesy meh playthrough of this game. I didn't want to like really cheat and be like, oh, I'm gonna constantly reset. You're gonna see me take a couple points here. Where in the beginning I was like, God, I could reset. That would probably be smarter. You know, it would save me time, right? It would save me a lot as far as dealing with different aspects here. If I reset, I could give you guys like the perfect Splinter Cell experience, not necessarily my bit of a bumblefuck through it. And it's just one of those things. Like taking a week off between playing this does make it a little bit harder. Let's see, how many guys do I have in here? Four of you fuckers. God damn. If I'm not mistaken, there was a point where I could have picked up a fragmentation grenade and kind of gotten through this a little bit easier. But I didn't. So, it's going to be a rough aspect. Okay. Let's do this. We're going to go up through the trap here.